rolling. Good morning, Sunday morning. And it's
Sunday Chat!
Did you know?
No.
Fun fact. I might start that as a new thread. Fun fact Sunday. What do you mean no?
Fun Fact Sunday!
Did you know there are certain places in Europe that have a National Glamour Day? I think we should introduce National Glamour Day in the UK.
Hashtag National Glamour Day UK.
Maybe we just start it anyway.
Is that why you spent an hour getting ready?
Every day is a National Glamour Day for me. Especially Sunday morning. This is how I wake up. What?
Oh dear.
You know it to be true.
You wake up with saliva all coming out of your mouth.
I don't.
Morning, Richard.
No, I don't, honestly. This is how I wake up. This is how I look. It's completely natural and subtle, I find. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's subtle. Yeah.
It is subtle. Today, just for those of you who will have noticed, I know what you're like. I'm wearing grey silk today, or silver silk, with a polka dot and a check. It's reversible. And my new turtle dove gloves, fingerless gloves, in teal. It is actually green, but it sometimes looks blue. I can't help it if people scrutinise what I look like. I can't help it, Paul.
I had a shower and threw some clothes on.
Yeah, it shows. Anyway, let's proceed.
With Sunday Chat!
Sunday morning, it's breezy. Storm Hannah has moved.
Is it Hannah with an H? Well, two H's.
That's how you spell Hannah. Otherwise it'd be Anna, wouldn't
No.
it?
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Oh, well, it's got to be. Without the H, it's some strange foreign spelling.
Like Hannah.
Some foreign spelling, I think. Strange foreign people, I don't know.
Where was it named this time? Was it named in Ireland?
I don't know.
I get confused.
We were discussing
about
this on the live chat, saying,
Oh, were you?
yes, what will the next name be? Because apparently the next name's got to be a boy's name.
Indigo.
It won't be Indigo.
Ian.
We discussed all the names in the thread. If you weren't following, that was your fault.
So Ian isn't Irish.
Why would it be Irish?
Well, because if it's named in Ireland, Republic of Ireland.
Why is it named in Ireland?
Because it hits that coast first. And then
Oh,
we
is that
take
why
on.
it's called...
Ethan. No. I've got no idea. No.
That's good. Don't talk about things you've got no idea about, Paul.
I do that all the time.
Things like glamour.
National UK Glamour Day. UK, hashtag UK Glamour Day today.
Oh, shut up. It's not today.
Isn't it?
No.
Well, why have you got made up then?
Paul,
You walked into
I
that
have
one.
not got any makeup on. How ridiculous. This time on a Sunday morning wearing makeup.
Just
after
out of bed.
I'm fresh out of bed. This dewy complexion is exactly how I wake up. As we've just said, no more on that subject. Thank you very much. You're going to talk about things then? Things that you've been doing?
Yeah, I've
Got something in
been
my
to
eye.
Cumbrain.
Hold on a second. Hold on, please.
What?
I
Have
think
you
what-
got some mascara in your
No,
eye?
I'm
Have
not.
you got some powder in your eye?
I'm not wearing mascara.
Have you got some face liner?
No, maybe one of my false eyelashes has slipped. I don't know.
false eyelashes.
Not really. I haven't got false eyelashes or any makeup on at all. Nothing. Naked. This
Do you
is how
have
my skin
false eyelashes?
looks. I've got a set of falses, yeah. Absolutely. I've got lots. I've got a whole range.
Oh dear.
So, Paul went to Cwmbran. Now, let's just clarify the spelling.
Cwmbran.
That's Cwmbran, not Quimbran, as some people might think. It's Cwmbran.
Cwmbran.
Because W in Welsh is phonetically double O. Cwmbran.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Cwmbran. And what was Cwmbran like? Was it exciting and full of absolutely wonderful places to visit?
We went to Green Meadow Community Farm, which if you haven't been, go. It's lovely. It's glorious. It was with Social Farms and Gardens. It was our board meeting of Social Farms and Gardens. And they have got such fantastic animals there. They really have.
What kind of animals have they got?
They've got a Bourbon turkey who was doing all the...
A Bourbon turkey?
Yeah, it was doing all the sort of dancing and mating ritual.
Why is
and
it called
going
a
gobble.
Bourbon turkey?
Well, animals are all called things, aren't they, from different regions? It may be from Bourbon in America, I don't know.
That's where they make
But it was
whiskey. Is that why
amazing.
they call the whiskey wild turkey?
Yeah, possibly, there we are.
You see, I'm not just a pretty face.
Absolutely not. Oh dear. Rhea.
Now, is it Rhea or Ray?
Rhea, I think. R-H-E-A?
Well, I thought that was pronounced Ray. As a name it is, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, it is Ray Perlman from Cheers. Her name was R-H-E-A, wasn't it? Wasn't it? And that's pronounced Ray. So, who said they were called Rhea? Did they call them that?
Yeah.
Or then maybe they're right, but they are from Cwmbran after all, so...
And lots of lambs,
Just joking, Cwmbran.
sheep, chickens, ducks, Indian runner ducks, which we're going to get rid of our slugs and snails.
When you said Indian runners, I thought you were talking about carpets to begin with. No, I did. I thought you were talking about rugs.
But you can't have done because you said, no, we're not getting it.
No, at first, when you first mentioned it, I thought, oh, rugs. Paul's finally getting into rugs after all these years of me trying to convince him that floor art is a good thing.
No, Indian runner ducks.
You don't need to shout it, Paul.
Ducks. They're just fabulous. I love them. Lots of cows, goats, pigs, hamsters, guinea pigs.
No.
Lots of things.
It's a shame about hamsters and guinea pigs, isn't it?
They don't live very long.
No, I know.
However, they have got tortoises as well.
They
And
live for a long time.
They live for a
don't
long
they?
time. And there's three large tortoises. I'm not talking the
Giant.
giant,
ones.
but they've got tortoises certainly as big as my head. In fact, as big as Richard's head and his hair. And they were lovely. Of course, they didn't really do very much.
But
they
they're
sat
lovely
under a
though.
hot
They're
lamp.
very sweet, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe we should get tortoises.
Well, your sister's got one.
Is it
hasn't she?
tortoises or tortoises?
Or tortillas.
Tortillas. We'll get lots of tortillas and put
Yeah.
them on the floor.
We may have a tortoise or a circus of tortillas.
Tortoisai. Tortoii.
Tortoises.
Is it tortoises? Turtles. Is it turtles? Or turtlei? Turtles.
My Italian clients got turtles.
Turleys.
Turtles.
Turly turtles.
Terrapins they are.
Terrapins.
But they're turtles.
Don't you keep them in the bath or something?
No, he keeps them in the pond in the back garden. Then he brings them into the house in a fish tank.
Can they live
in the
out
winter.
of water?
No, they
have
they
to
are,
stay in the
yeah.
water.
They're not like newts and frogs and toads. They live in the water.
I mean, turtles and tortoises are a bit like dinosaurs, aren't they, really?
Well, they're not like Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, but they are like dinosaurs.
They haven't
When you
changed
look at
for
their
millennia.
face, they're like little baby dinosaurs.
And their little scales.
Oh,
on
they're gorgeous,
their
aren't they?
feet.
Oh, let's get tortoises. They live forever.
Tortillas.
Let's have them everywhere.
No.
A little coffee table one that could
No.
walk around and serve drinks.
What a little tray on top.
Yes! Like R2-D2 on the sail barge in the Empire Strikes Back. No, Return of the Jedi. Which one is it?
Actually,
Return of
it's-
the Jedi, yeah.
It's Star Wars Day on Saturday,
Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you.
which happens to also be international now, Naked Gardening Day.
Naked Gardening Day, that's not happening in our garden.
No.
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 Don't do it, Paul, please.
Well, if I got naked in front of my tomatoes, I think they'd be in so much shock they'd all die.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it with a few leaves placed in certain places, you know, strategically. Mind you, we'd need a full tree for you, love, wouldn't we?
I was trying to think, what are those, the huge leaves that our friend used to have in her pond? Gunnera. I'd need a whole gunnera to cover me, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not talking about cover me in a certain area, I can mean cover me. Yeah.
No, you're certainly not.
No.
Just a tiny, tiny leaf would suffice.
A little pine needle of a leaf, yeah. So I became chair
What?
of
Not
Social
another
Farms and Gardens.
one. Oh God, not another bloody thing.
So, but as I attend all the
You
meetings
didn't tell
anyway,
me that.
I did actually, you just ignored it. I think you were making
I
supper.
thought you were talking about...
You were thinking that I was saying, what a
Chairs.
beautiful chair that is now that you
Chairs and
cleared all
rugs.
the rubbish off it.
These are the things that I hope Paul is going to talk to me about. Chairs, rugs and decor.
Cushions.
But after 26 years, it's just not happening.
I did
Interior
come home yesterday and the house was tidy.
Of course it was. Because you weren't here.
But you cleared all your rubbish away as well, haven't
Well,
you?
yeah, because of the decorating bits and pieces. But when I am at home, when I cook some food, the kitchen stays tidy. Because I clean and tidy as I go along. When Paul cooks a meal, it looks like he's been cooking for 50 people for 3 days. And it stays like that until I clean it.
What did you have whilst I was away?
Curry.
I made a
That you'd
lovely
made.
curry,
So I just heated
which did
things up.
Richard for 37 meals
Oh,
while I was away.
I'm not having any... Okay, I don't mind having it as a soup today.
Right.
But I did eat it 3 meals in a row. It was delicious.
Did you have it for breakfast?
No, but I had it for 2 lunches and a dinner. And in between I had cheese on toast.
Did you?
Yes, all sandwiches. Easy things.
You didn't use very much bread.
I used the remainder of that loaf to feed the thing in the garden. What's it called?
Fox.
The fox. Anyway,
Our
Cwmbran.
little
You were talking about
Cwmbran was lovely. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually the 40th anniversary of Social Farms and Gardens next year. So we were having our first board meeting of the new board, because the new board starts in April each year, and we were talking about what we're going to do to celebrate the 40th anniversary next year, plus lots of other things.
What are you doing to celebrate the 40th anniversary?
More news of that.
And are partners allowed?
You can always come.
Never invites me. Oh, what was that? Did you see that?
It was a sparrow fluttering
Oh
and
my
hovering like a hummingbird.
Now, talking about animals, we had a bit of a fright last night, I can tell you. Oh my goodness me. We were sat here watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and Paul said something like, I asked Alexa to turn the hallway light off. No, it's okay, Alexa. It's all right, love.
Yeah, what I said was, it's funny, when I go away, I really miss Alexa.
Because she's handy. She's handy.
Because you can say, Alexa, what's the time?
No, she doesn't
And she
like
doesn't
you
like
now.
that.
She doesn't like you now. You
I don't think she likes me. But I said, I was getting ready yesterday morning, and normally what I say is something like, Alexa, what's the time? And Alexa will tell me the time.
Yeah.
I actually had to go to my phone, open up my phone, tap the screen to find out the time.
So many moves.
And so old-fashioned.
Oh, so old. So last century.
And there was something else, what the weather. Alexa, what's the weather going to be today? And I actually said...
In London, it's 10 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 14 degrees and a low of 4 degrees.
I mean, how simple is that?
So then I can work out from that whether I need a coat or whatever, whether I needed... So yesterday morning, was it going to rain? Did I need to take
And
this?
skip to the end. God.
And everyone was happy.
We were sat here. Paul simply said...
Oh, yeah, that end.
Yeah, Paul simply said, I miss Alexa. She's really handy. And I went something like, oh, yeah, I know. And then we were sat there, and then literally it must have been 30 seconds or so.
No, it was virtually instant, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't, because we turned to the TV and we were watching again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there was this loud cat noise.
Meow.
Literally, but it was really loud. And we both kind of jumped. And my first thought was, there's a cat down the chimney. Yeah? There's a cat down the chimney, it's trapped, what are we going to do? Oh my goodness me.
How are we going to get it out? I had just seen a neighbour, I'd just been down to the allotment and seen a neighbour's cat who followed me up the pavement. And I thought that Rufus must have come in without me noticing when I shut the door.
I tell you, it frightened the life out of me, and it was really only a few seconds.
And then it went, meow.
Yeah, and Paul realised that it was Alexa. And so, I mean, it really gave me a jump. It really did. I said, this is awful, because if you did have a weak heart, you might have had a heart attack. It was so loud. And so I checked on the log, because you can check on the app what has been said and what has been said to trigger Alexa. And somehow she heard Alexa say meow. What? She's talking in the other room now.
The upstairs one. This one went burp, and then the upstairs one started saying something.
I mean, she's great, but she's weird sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know? Anyway. Oh.
It was quite frightening, but
frightening.
quite amusing at the same time.
Oh,
It was amusing
stressful.
afterwards.
It was stressful, actually.
I did think Rufus was under the sofa.
Anyway, there you go. That's an Alexa horror story for you.
She didn't say anything then.
No, I know, she's ignoring us now.
Yeah.
She's being... Yeah, she's a cow sometimes, honestly.
Alexa, moo like a cow.
Here's animal sound skill. Here comes a cow sound.
I'm glad it didn't do that.
What animal sound would you like to hear now?
Alexa, please stop.
Uh-oh, I don't know what sound that animal makes. Try saying another animal.
Chicken.
Alexa,
Here's a chicken sound.
I'd have been frightened at that as well because I'd have thought chickens were coming down the chimney.
How about saying another animal?
No.
Turkey.
Oh, Paul, stop it now.
Get ready for a goat sound. Try
Alexa,
saying another-
Alexa, stop.
Cheerio.
Oh, she's getting sassy now.
She does get sassy.
She is getting sassy now. When AI turns sassy.
It's going to take over the world.
They're all talking to each other now. In other rooms. Drive me insane, that woman. I'm calling it a woman now. Let's move on, because it's taking far too long already. It's going to take all day. So what else did you want? Did you finish talking about Cumbraen?
Yeah, Cumbraen was just lovely. Yeah.
You've said that 4 times now.
Oh, when I was going to Cumbraen, I was sitting next to this lady on the train who asked me what I was doing, and we got into where I came from. And I said I came from Guernsey in the Channel Islands. And she said, "Oh, so you're English then?" She was Welsh. I said, "Well, no, I'm not English. I'm British." And she said, "So are you Scottish?" And I sort of said, "Well, no, I come from Guernsey. I'm British. I'm not."
The geography wasn't very
It
good.
just went on. It did. But then she was getting off at the stop after Cumbraen.
Oh.
And she said, we were staying at the Premier Inn in Cumbraen, the trustees were staying at the Premier Inn in Cumbraen, and we'd had this conversation, and she said, "Oh, it's a bit of a walk from the station and there most probably won't be a taxi. I'll call my husband and he can pick us up at Cumbraen and then I can drop you off and then go home." I said, no, it's all right, it's
And
all
sell
right.
you into white slavery at the same time.
But she was very, very sweet, so I don't...
Sounds a bit cuckoo to me.
Yeah, thank you very much for your assistance. Actually,
She
I
weren't
then almost
watching.
got run over. I did almost get run over. But I didn't, because I'm here.
So, go to Cumbraen,
Cumbraen.
where strange people try to pick you
They're
up
not
and then
strange
run you
people.
over.
They were lovely. They were all
No,
lovely
those
people.
2 people were strange.
And the cab drivers were
Were they
very
strange?
chatty, very
Yeah.
nice.
So is it a good destination then,
It is,
Cumbraen?
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't think there's many restaurants other than the
You said there was just a
restaurant
pub.
attached to the Premier Inn. But there is a lovely cafe at Green Meadow Community Farm.
And are they gay
Cumbraen.
friendly?
Well, I assume so.
Well, you never know with some places.
Ah,
You might get burnt at the stake
No, I don't think
in
so.
some rural
I think that's in
villages.
America. Yeah, I think that's only in America now, under a Trump administration. But there we are. Right, what else are we talking about?
You wanted to talk about the cheeky
Oh,
prince.
yes. Thank you to everyone taking part
Stop
in
with the feet.
Cheeky Prince Challenge. Posting photos to Planet Vegetaria, posting videos, sending us emails.
They're doing well,
sending
aren't
us
they?
things on Messenger. They do seem to be doing well. Everyone seemed to be doing a bit better than ours. We've only got 2 come up so far. I think most people receive 6 seeds, and it looks as though at least
How
3
many
or
did you
4.
plant?
I've planted about 20 seeds, and so far we've got 2 that have come up.
Oh dear.
But I think others will come up soon. And
Good.
one of Erica's spaghetti squash has come up, which I am excited about because I've wanted to grow spaghetti squash since I was about 8. So yeah,
Good.
you're excited by that, aren't you?
Oh, tremendously. Can't you see?
Our tomatoes are doing well as well. There's going to be a video showing the transplanting of them, or the potting on of them, and then I will do another video today or tomorrow which will just show that earlier process and how they are now, because they were looking quite spindly at one point, but they have really, the repotting has done them a huge amount of good, and they're really strong plants now. I was hoping to get maybe about 30 tomatoes, and I think we have about 70. And the alien tomatoes are also doing well, and I potted them on individually as well. I thought, and other alien tomatoes have started growing in some of those alien tomato pots, which I'm a bit surprised at.
Is that clean, that shirt?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
Just got a waft of something then.
You washed it.
You sure it's clean?
Yes.
Sure you haven't worn it down the plot? Accidentally got manure on it or something? Maybe
I
it's
think
just
that's
you.
your hair gel.
Maybe it's just you. Maybe you're just infused with the smell of garden.
Maybe.
Or it's
Maybe
something
I'm
coming in from
self-composting.
outside.
I think there is something coming.
Is there a smell in the air?
I think what's it called? The Noon. We've got a big Noon factory
Yeah, I think maybe it's not you.
near us. Well, maybe 2 miles away, and they have huge extractors for smells, and sometimes they break down.
They make food.
They make Indian food,
and sometimes it wafts.
so very
It's
often
quite pleasant,
if you buy Indian food in a supermarket, in nicely packaged in plastic and all of that.
It's not me. I smell of chorus.
Not. It's most probably going to be made by Noon. The own brand ones will have been made by Noon.
Yes.
Anyway,
Good.
yes.
So,
I'm going to be
anything
sowing
else?
beans and potting up my overwintered runner beans to see whether they start growing again. I did notice on Liz Zorab by the farm, she left some Gigantes butter beans in over the winter, hoping that they would start again, and she thought they hadn't, but so she then started planting something else in that bed, and when she started digging up the bed, she noticed that her Gigantes butter beans had actually started growing again. So she has successfully overwintered them in the ground. We're trying to successfully overwinter them like you do with dahlia tubers, where you take them up, dry them off, store them in a dry place and then replant them.
I thought that was the runner beans.
Yeah, that's the runner beans. I was saying that Liz has done Gigantes like that.
Right.
But she's left them in the ground. She just cut them down to the ground.
Yeah, you've said
and
all
left
of
them in.
that. You don't need to say it twice.
Well, you asked me. You asked me for clarification.
No, I just asked for whether it was Gigantes or runner beans.
Runner beans we've got.
We're doing runner beans.
Gigantes, Liz
Are
has got.
they... Have you done them? Have you unwrapped them?
No, I'm going to do that as part of a video. If you'd been listening, you'd have known.
Oh, Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly's Kitchen Garden. Kelly's reached 1,000 subscribers. Well done, Kelly. You did it a lot quicker than we did, I tell
she's
you.
almost at 1,100 now.
Amazing. I'm not surprised. Really. Great content, Kelly. And you're so lovely.
Always
so,
look
you
fab.
know,
Kelly,
you do.
Kelly, like you, gets out of bed just looking glamorous and lovely
Of course she does.
every day.
She's a natural beauty.
Like you.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Completely natural.
So that's Kelly's Kitchen Garden. And UK Homestead. Kelly posted a video this morning. Kelly from UK Homestead has sent Kelly from Kelly's Kitchen Garden some fartichokes.
I beg your pardon.
So Kelly was planting those this morning in a tub to stop them being invasive, because they can be very invasive. So do have a look at her video on planting her artichokes from Kelly.
Why did you
at
call them
UK Garden
fartichokes?
Homestead. Because they have a propensity to give people wind.
Next.
In fact, I think Rob, old gardener guy, he's just harvested his. I haven't seen that video yet, but he's
I
just
don't remember
harvested
getting
it.
wind when we ate artichokes.
I remember you getting wind when we ate artichokes.
No, we didn't eat artichokes. They were Jerusalem artichokes.
Yeah, that is it. That's it.
Well, you didn't say Jerusalem. You said artichokes. Be clear, Paul. Be specific.
What else? Animal frame Muller.
No! Annual leave. I'm on annual leave again. After I'm going into work for 2 days and then I'm off again for a period of time. So I'm doing more DIY.
Oh God.
What? I'm improving the house. Do you not
have
want
enough
to improve
time
it?
off.
You know, if I hadn't
Enough
done
time
any
off work.
home improvement, this house would look like a dump. Would you like to live in a dump, Paul? Oh, well, you know what you can do then.
Saves dusting.
You wouldn't dust. Never dusted in your life. Well, at least I keep the place clean and tidy.
You do keep it
Yes.
clean and tidy and smelling lovely.
One
Apart
only
from
has to-
noon wafting in.
One only has to look at the shanty town arrangement that you've got going on at your allotment plot to know how this house would
I
look.
think it's getting quite tidy.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, I shall inspect it later.
I doubt you will. You'll be editing this later.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some tea now.
So, tea. Quick, before it goes cold. Oh, whoops, it probably already has.
already is, I think.
Oh, what a shame. Is it still...
Oh, have you got honey in yours?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh, I've got honey in mine as well.
Oh, well, you must have honeyed 2 of them. Delicious. Tea. What? That cup's almost on the way out.
I love this cup.
That's a Wittard. They did a range called After Dark, and we had a few pieces, didn't we? It
They
was
had
covered in gold,
as well.
which has come off in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was horrible. Yeah, that's what he's like. That's what he's like when he's in a bad mood. Yeah, that's like that. It's like that in the morning as
It's
well.
quite sweet.
What else?
There's the blooming list. Naked garden. Oh, we were talking about how we'd like to go on a little train journey. But not some ordinary, horrid train journey filled with horrible people going to the toilet and things like that. Eating awful, disgusting food.
Oh, there was somebody eating a very smelly something
Please,
yesterday.
Disgusting. What I'd like
moved
to...
carriage.
Oh, Paul,
I
don't
moved
make this
carriage.
about you. This story isn't about
And then
you.
somebody else got on and started watching a video or something without headphones.
Yes, this is out of order.
Yeah.
The behaviour of people on transport these days. Transport has ceased to be glamorous. Hasn't it? It's no longer glamorous anymore. Anyway, what we were saying is our friend Felicity went on a trip a few years ago with her mum, and they went on one of these posh trains, you know, where you have a 5-course meal and you go from here to there and it's all very lovely and posh and gorgeous. We'd like to do that, wouldn't we? Will we have to save up for long?
I don't know how long you will have to save up for that.
Are they expensive?
There's more beds to get before that, I'm sure.
I think we need to get our priorities right, don't we?
I think you always need to try new experiences.
Well, I think we should do one of those trips.
And for me, of course, it wouldn't be a new experience.
Yeah, you've been on the Orient Express, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, and you did Concorde.
Yeah.
That's old news, really.
Well,
Concorde's
it's
dead.
not just I've been on it.
Concorde is dead now.
For a job years ago, I was actually head of special events and I hired them. for the organisation. Yes. The
The
toilets on the Pullman carriages of the Orient Express are lovely.
Well, I'd go on it just for
Absolutely
that,
are.
just to go for a pee.
They are amazing. It was quite. I think there's 204 seats on the Pullman carriages, which are the Orient Express carriages in the UK.
Because when you go to the toilet on a train in the UK, it's like somebody's urinated everywhere on the floor.
It's not necessarily because somebody has urinated.
That's usually what
everywhere.
it's like.
It could be because when you press the button, the water's gone down and then water splashed up.
Oh, it's just disgusting. They're not maintained. It's just vile.
They are maintained.
Yeah, they're not.
When was the last
By
time
a little
you
lady who
went-
goes
what
in there and
time
goes,
when were
and
you
walks out
last
again.
on a toilet
Never.
in a train?
Probably 30 years ago.
Yeah. So you're not necessarily talking about recent experience.
I go to the loo before I get on that train, and I hold it in until I get to my destination. I don't want to go in those disease-ridden, disgusting places. Ugh. I won't go on a cruise for the same reason, because a cruise, frankly, is just a floating cesspit.
Festation.
Really. Full of disease and filth.
I mean,
Ugh.
it does sort of, if people get ill
Yeah.
on board, it does seem to
It goes
travel.
through the whole boat. I was going to say plane then, but that was wrong. They all get ill. Everybody dies.
There's
And then it
filters on
sinks at the end.
There's filters on planes.
Disgusting.
It only sinks if it's the Titanic or...
What
other ones.
happened to the glamour? The glamour, people getting dressed up. People now go on planes wearing filthy old tracksuits. They do. I mean, there was a couple, he was wearing a filthy tracksuit, his arse was hanging out of it. She was wearing some dish rag. Neither of them had done their hair. I mean, it's just absolutely awful.
But you have just got out of bed, not done anything, and just got in front of the camera.
I'm lucky.
You haven't done your hair or your face or had a wash or a shower
I'm very
or anything.
lucky. I don't need to do anything to look fabulous. It's just natural.
What were those
But
two people
they
you were
were
talking
vile.
Where?
Right in front of us. Did you not see me say, "Would you like to go in front of me to that lady?"
No.
And she went, "No, it's all right. We're all getting on anyway." And those two pushed in front.
Most people are very nice. I
Vile,
find.
vile travellers. Let's go on a train that nobody else can afford to go on.
If nobody else can afford to go on it, we certainly can't afford to
I
go
know,
on it.
but we'll be surrounded by people.
We can't even afford to go to Whitby for a weekend because the train was £6 billion.
It's just ridiculous. We can't afford any of these trips. One can dream, Paul.
Oh, well, that's okay then. Just carry on dreaming. It's much cheaper that way.
I know, but it would be nice to do it for a treat. Maybe if we save up now, we can afford it when we get to 60. If we get to 60.
Yeah, if we get 60.
That's if the
Actually,
world
it's
doesn't
funny,
end tomorrow.
Yeah, I just...
What?
No, I just thought Perry would have been 60 this year.
Oh.
Yeah, gosh.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we, and finish it off. The ants have gone, they're all dead.
They're not all dead.
What, did you see one?
I saw one in the bathroom. They've just gone upstairs.
No, they haven't. Well, then if they have, I'll be putting an ant bait station up there as well. I've killed them all. They're all gone. Sorry, I'm an animal lover. I even love insects. But I'm not having ants in my house.
Or
Raiding
your
my
pants.
cupboards. Raiding my cupboards, finding food, getting on the plates and things like that. No.
There was one in the
Disgusting.
bathroom earlier.
Well, I hope you put it outside.
I did. I put it out the window.
Did you catch it with your hand?
No, I used a piece of paper.
You could have fed it to the Venus flytrap. Just to see what happened. Apparently, they suck all the insides out. of the creature, leaving its husk behind. It's clever. Clever, isn't it?
Sounds like any government to me, doing the same to its people.
Was that meant to be funny?
Sucking the life out of it and leaving
Bamboo
husks.
socks.
Bamboo socks. We got another pair of bamboo socks from BAM.
BAM,
Free of charge.
if you sign up to BAM,
You seem
to
to
their
get lots of
mailing
things.
list, you seem to get an endless supply of free socks. Thank you, BAM. But next time, can you send a slightly bigger pair? Because they're a bit tight. Thanks. Have we finished?
We haven't that. They're really nice and soft,
They're a bit small.
but we haven't found them that. I don't think they're any better than.
I think they're lovely, but they're not cashmere.
Well, no, they're not cashmere.
Is that it then?
Did you get me a pair?
Pair of what?
You bought 2 pairs. You said.
You don't need them. I get cold fingers. I need them.
There's me with a
It's a
specialist
medical-
doctor's appointment tomorrow, and you haven't even.
This is
got
a
me.
medical device. Just happens to be made of cashmere. Is that it now, darling? Have we
There
finished?
was a cashmere sheep. It was cashmere sheep
And- At Cwmbran.
and Cwmbran.
And what gift did you get me when you got back from Cwmbran after you'd left me for days?
I got you some turkey poo. Little pellets of turkey poo.
You see, this is what I get.
I thought you could then use that down at the allotment.
Thanks. I suppose they don't have duty free on the train to Cwmbran.
I just remembered I didn't pay for my cup of tea on the train.
He's here. Arrest him. He didn't pay for his tea on the train.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Maybe the guy fancied you a bit.
I think totally. Yeah, I think he was quite dishy actually.
I'm sure he wasn't as dishy as Mario.
Do you tidy up for Mario? That's it. You
Paul,
tidy up for him.
Mario is a fictitious character, my darling. You're the only one for me. Oh well. I think it's time to say goodbye now.
Have you noticed that my feet haven't been sandpapered?
They still sound sandpapery to me.
Not completely.
They need a little further grating.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
I think it's going to be a quiet day today.
Good.
I'm going to do a few things down at the allotment.
Then that's, oh pardon me, that's not a quiet day, is it then?
No,
Quiet
because it'll
day
inevitably end
is
in
where you
PR.
sit and do nothing. Do nothing. Just sit and meditate and read a book or I don't know. Just don't do anything.
All right.
All right. What were you gesturing over there for?
Well, you were doing all of this.
Well, I was just
I
using
was
my
just going,
hands as an expressive device, like in the OA.
Or like at home when he goes.
I never do that, Paul. I have never wagged my finger at you, ever, Paul. You're making people think that I'm abusive towards you.
Oh no, you're not. No, you're not.
No.
Stop burning my wrist. No, he's not.
I haven't got my hands near you.
It was your eyes. They were burning.
Well, I do have special powers.
X-ray burning eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I was abusive to Paul, do you think he'd stand for it? Really?
No.
Do you really think he'd stand for it? Do you think we'd have been together for 26 years?
26 long years.
Dragging out into eternity? I don't think so. Really. And the final thing I want to say is thank you so much to the regular 3 people who dislike all of our videos. There's 3 of you. There's a core group.
It could be one person with 3 names.
There's a core group, and we just want to say thank you, because actually dislikes are just as good as likes in the YouTube data world.
Are they?
Yes. I was reading an article from YouTube, and it basically said, yes, okay, it gives you a measure of the fact somebody doesn't like you.
But they're engaging.
Or it can indicate, obviously, that somebody's being vindictive.
Yeah.
Well done. So clever. But it's traffic.
Yeah, it's engagement.
It's traffic. It's engagement. So thanks very much.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it. All 3 of you sad little persons.
Subscribers.
Yeah. If you don't like the content, we suggest that you unsubscribe and go and watch something else.
Yeah.
Bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
He does get quite upset.
No, I don't. I get upset when people make off-the-cuff negative comments without backing it up.
Fair enough.
You know, if you don't like something that we do, you need to say why. We're not going to be offended if you give us a good explanation.
No.
You know? But just disliking it without any kind of comment
Anyway,
is just
moving
ridiculous.
on with life.
Stupid and ridiculous. Okay?
But thank you for watching anyway.
But we really appreciate
What are
those
you
of
holding
you.
my arm for?
Because I love you, darling.
Slightly worrying.
Don't be worried by it. Be worried.
Are you going to get made up shortly then?
Be worried by my hands around your neck in the middle of the night. Be worried by that. Because that's when I probably have come to the end of my tether.
Oh, well, that's alright then.
Yes.
You did kick me the other day.
Am I
in
going
bed.
to make up? I know I need to have a shower and a wash and put my face on for the day.
Because you're looking quite a mess now.
Am I?
Yeah.
A bit dishevelled
Bit
now
draggled,
after that
tired,
heavy Sunday chat.
exhausted. Your hair's a mess. Your eyebrows are all over the place. And your lips have no colour whatsoever. Yeah. So I think it's time to
I haven't
wind
got
up.
anything on my lips.
Time to wind up.
I haven't got anything on my lips.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Yes. You're looking a mess. Yeah.
Thanks. That's when I know I truly look good. We're
Are we off now?
We're
Yeah.
off now. Sorry, it's been
Got
such
other
a
things
long...
to do. Got other things to do.
You're not
Got
doing,
other things.
You're not doing anything.
I'm
I think
going
you should
down
have
to
a rest.
I'm going to have a rest this
My
afternoon.
darling.
However, I do note that there's a Beech Grove garden today.
Beech Grove Garden.
Beech Grove garden.
Yeah, I just said that.
Did you murder someone, Pet?
Oh, that's the wrong accent, Paul.
Well, it'd be great if they had Beech Grove Garden and
Stroke
Vera together. wouldn't it?
No. Somebody at Beech Grove Garden could be murdered and Vera could investigate it.
But that would be fabulous.
That's a great idea. A special gardening tie
thing. Yeah. And of course, it's be cross
It would
borders,
blur
cross
the
country.
lines between reality and fiction, wouldn't it? Blurring the lines.
What are you doing?
Blurring the lines.
Is that your turtle glove doves flying? Is that what they're doing?
It's called expressive movement.
It's called
I know.
annoying.
Okay, we're going now.
We haven't watched any Gardener's World yet, have we?
No, I find it so boring now. I really do, and it makes me feel stressed.
I want more gardening with Monty and more gardening
And would you like to know why it makes me feel stressed?
and more gardening.
Because when he says jobs to do for the weekend, I actually freak out inside. Telling me what to do.
See, I did think that when I got back from Cwmbran, that the back garden would have all been done.
Are you freaking kidding me?
We need to get out next weekend and do that.
You need to just get out. We're going now. Goodbye.
You forgot
What's the
the
word
next.
for goodbye?
What, in Welsh?
No, in French.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. What's it in German? Is there a German word? What's the German
No,
word?
Germans never say goodbye, so there's no German
What is
word
it?
for goodbye. Just think back to the song.
Adieu. That's it. So, goodbye, au revoir, adieu, to year and year and year.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, bella. Goodbye. Thank you so much to everybody, even the horrid people.
Seems everyone's a horrid person to you at the moment.
Horrid. Horrible. Goodbye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Toodle pip.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Bye.
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 Bye.